In 1969, Eldridge Cleaver, who was one of the main members and leaders of the Black Panther Party, he went to North Korea for a journalist conference, and he came back to the United States raving about North Korea. He thought it was the next greatest thing. He thought he had finally found a true socialist paradise. And this was during his, basically he was fleeing U.S. authorities. He had spent some time in Algeria, spent some time in Cuba, and he just wasn't satisfied with Cuba. And so he went to North Korea, and he went back in 1970, and his wife came with him, and she actually gave birth in Pyongyang. So, I wonder what that was like. Giving birth in a North Korean hospital. I'm sure that was an interesting experience in its own right. But she gave birth in North Korea. He wasn't in North Korea the entire time, but Kathleen Cleaver was given true, genuine hospitality. She was living out on the outskirts of Pyongyang, and several other Black Panther members traveled to North Korea in 1969, 1970. And the downfall of the Black Panther Party-North Korean relationship was when Eldridge Cleaver was effectively booted out of the Black Panther Party leadership, and the FBI was basically tearing apart the Black Panther Party from its inside with spies and informants. But out of all the U.S. radical movements that had any sort of relation or affiliation with North Korea, the Black Panther Party had the strongest. And it's because North Korea, they strongly supported black self-determination. They supported black freedom and civil rights groups. So I've seen articles in the Rodong Shinmun and in several other North Korean newspapers that talk about the horrible nature of U.S. racism and the urban riots in the late 1960s. And so this is very different from North Korea today, which called Barack Obama a black monkey. And so there is I think there's a lack of historization when it comes to North Korea in the present day, and that North Korea wasn't always this militant nationalistic state. It had a degree of that, but it's been amplified since the end of the Cold War era.